Hello, dear pupils. Welcome to the House of Knowledge. My name is Gusen. Our task is to improve your language skills through the webinars and answer to the most common questions you have sent to us. The topic of our webinar is electronic equipment and problems. Let's start our webinar with revising the idioms. Back to the drawing board. Начинать заново. Put something under the microscope. Подвергнуть тщательному исследованию анализу. It's not rocket science. Не требует незаурядных способностей. The price is right. Разумная цена. In the works. В разработке. If we talk about problems of electronic equipment, it's not just when something goes wrong with our equipment, but there are many other problems that electronic equipment can lead to. Let's have a close look at these problems. Data security. Digital technology means that vast amounts of data can be collected and stored. This can be private information concerning individuals or organizations. It can be very difficult to keep these data safe. Just a single breach can mean vast amounts of private information going into the hands of criminals, terrorists, foreign enemies, or other malign entities. Crime and terrorism. The Internet is a fertile territory for malevolent forces to operate, thanks to its international nature, large scale, and the relative anonymity that users can enjoy. Examples of this include terrorists using social media to promote themselves and encourage others, drug dealers using the dark web to trade, pedophiles using the chat rooms and other places to exchange photos, videos, and other information, and authoritarian regimes attempting to sway or distort elections in democratic countries. Complexity. We no longer understand the devices and machines that we interact with on a daily basis. Fixing a modern car now means interacting with a computer. It's no longer just mechanical. Using a phone can involve tackling all sorts of complicated settings. Minor glitches in a laptop can cost both time and expense. Privacy concerns. It's become much harder to have personal privacy in the digital world. That's on top of the dangers of your personal data being stolen or sold. For instance, everybody has the ability to take photos and video footage on their mobile phone, then post it online. Employers can search for people online and maybe find unflattering photographs or see them expressing controversial opinions in social media or blogs. Digital cameras watch and record our movements in public places. Minor indiscretions can now hunt on an individual for life when they are posted on the internet. Controlling your personal information is very difficult and sometimes impossible. Social disconnect. There is an increasing tendency for people to socialize and communicate via digital devices rather than through real life. This can easily lead to a sense of disconnect and isolation. Human beings have evolved over thousands of years to have real contact. Taking that away is a bad idea. Studies have suggested that the lack of real life contact is causing depression and other forms of mental illness in many people. Work overload. Many modern workers spend their days trying to keep up with the hundreds of emails that they are sent each week, all of which require reading and some of which require replies or action. Text from colleagues in the evenings or on the weekend can mean that people never fully escape work. Organizing the vast amount of digital data acquired in some jobs, such as minutes of meetings, training videos, photographs, reports, can also be a huge headache. Digital media manipulation. Digital media, such as photographs, audio, and video, are easy to edit, making the manipulation of media widespread. It's not always easy to tell what is real and what is fake anymore. Photographs can be altered using editing tools such as Photoshop. Digital audio and video can be doctored. Job insecurity. It used to be that you had to be physically present at the workplace to do a job, but now many work tasks are performed remotely via the internet. That means a third world worker in a low wage economy can undercut you and take your job. Increasingly, humans aren't needed at all for many tasks as computers gradually replace them. Driving jobs, for instance, will disappear soon as vehicles become self driven. Plagiarism and copyright. Digital media is remarkably easy to copy and reproduce. Copyright laws are increasingly hard to enforce as the music and movie industries have discovered to their cost. School children can copy and pass their homework projects without really learning anything. Anonymity and fake personas. Digital technology provides wide scope for users to hide their identities. Studies show that people are much more likely to behave antisocially if they don't think that there will be any consequences. Bullying, trolling, stalking, threatening, and insulting behavior have all increased dramatically with the rise of the internet. People assume fake personas for the purposes of scamming and defrauding. Pedophiles use fake personas to gain access and befriend children. Over-reliance on gadgets. Reliance upon mobile phones, computers, and other digital gadgets has become common. Many people have all their contact information, photographs, text, and other personal information on their phones. If they lose them, or the gadget breaks or runs out of power, then they are in trouble. Basic living skills like finding one's way around the streets of a town have been replaced by taking directions from a GPS system. Addiction. Social media, computer games, messaging, and dating websites can all be addictive. Games want you to play so that you will buy the next version. Websites want you to interact so that they can bring in advertising money. Users end up wasting vast amounts of time and hammer-hagging money for low return. Second-hand living. Many people no longer experience real-life events directly. Music concerts or live shows are videoed on mobile phones, events are photographed, audio is recorded, media is uploaded onto social sites. Life becomes something that is experienced through the prism of digital media rather than at first hand. Organization and storage. Digital media can be very difficult to organize. Photos and music, for instance, can be located on numerous devices such as mobile phones, tablets, laptops, and portable hard drives. Individual items can be hard to find, easy to accidentally delete or lose, and the device they are stored on can be lost, stolen, or suffer catastrophic malfunction. Digital media can be difficult to store and maintain long term. File formats change over time. In some instances, traditional media can last longer than their digital equivalent. The personalized warfare. Digital technology means that weapons can be deployed anywhere in the world without any human military presence. Drones turn war into a computer game. Intercontinental missiles follow streets and landmarks in foreign countries remotely. Satellites photograph and video from space. Longevity. Digital gadgets typically have a short lifespan and become archaic quickly. As the technology advances at a pace, devices and machines quickly become unusable because they are too slow, incompatible, or are simply superseded. Social depersonalization. Society continues to become more and more depersonalized as digitized machines replace humans. People shop online, do their banking online, pay bills online, and increasingly work online. Transport is also set to become automated, which will result in taxis and delivery vehicles being driver free. My friends, now you see how can electronic equipment cause problems in our lives. Of course, it doesn't mean that it will surely happen, but we must be very attentive and careful using electronic equipment. The webinar is over for today. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.